it's Lynsey here. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today is a workout day, so basically one of my favorite days of the week, which in reality I work out most weekdays. It's just something I enjoy. I like doing different moves and not really different activities, at least on the daily, just because I like to get in like a 30-minute workout, get in, get out, get on with life, get to work, get things done, do things around the house if I have to. It's time to do some workout moves. So today I want to do, so most of my workout videos have been, let's do some planks and let's do, I think I've done squats and stairs and things. So today I want to let's do some booty work, because who doesn't want a nice round booty? The tush area has always been, I wouldn't say problem area for me, but definitely one of my personally least love areas, just because I've never liked the shape of it. I don't want to look at it. In certain jeans, yeah, it looks pretty ballin', but besides that, let's just keep our eyes, waist and up. So recently, since we've been, hashtag 2020 life, I've been able to squeeze in some more workouts in my week, which has been phenomenal, since I'm saving, almost 2 hours daily of being able to work from home and not making that drive every single day, which has been, it stinks because I do miss all of my people at work. But, thanks to technology, I still get to talk to them, and I do occasionally get to see them, which is still nice. But anyways, neither here nor there. Today is all about the booty. So, like I was saying, I've never really liked the booty, but thanks to 2020, I have been doing my different workouts, and I've actually noticed a change in my derriere, which, of all things, makes me so excited. So to have it a little bit lifted and a little bit more round, I can't say that I hate looking at it anymore, because I look in the mirror, I'm like, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good there, little lady. So I just wanted to show you some of the moves that I'm pretty sure have attributed to, a little bit firmer of a booty, and that, these moves aren't terribly difficult. Plus, most of them, you get to be on the floor. And whenever there's a floor exercise, woo! Mostly, especially if the dog's outside, which she currently is, because she loves her outside time. And so that way I can do moves on the floor without her crawling all over me. So the first move I want to show you is just your basic, I know we've done squats, but then a jump squat, just because I feel like if you're doing the squat the way is more designed, you really do feel it in your booty. Yeah, you feel it in your legs, and if you're holding in your core, you're gonna feel it there too. But I feel like lately I've been really focusing on how I do all of my squats to make sure that I really am using my bum the way I feel like it should be in doing these squats. So let me show you. So when you get up and you're doing your squat, obviously, you bend down, but as you're down here, you've got your weight equally through your feet, and then, yeah, you feel it in your legs, because obviously, if you were doing a wall sit, you would feel it mostly in your thighs, but as you go up and down, you squeeze your tush as well. Obviously, squeeze it, keep everything tight, and as you go down, just squeeze, and then that's when you add your jump. And I feel like every time you land, you feel you tight, and as you go to jump, you feel it here. Yeah, you feel it in your legs as well, but it's something about that impact of when you get to this point right here of still just clenching everything. Clenching might not be the right word, but just keeping everything tight and controlled, and just feeling that different movement and strength within, that tushy area. So another move, my slide. So another move that I've got is another, one of the few standing moves I have for this one. It's basically like a, I don't know what else to call it besides doing almost like an arabesque. So, but I can show you, of course. So I think I should be able to do it. You can use the stairs, you cannot use the stairs. You know, it all depends on how many different muscles you're looking to move all in the one like workout move itself. So this one, I'm probably gonna do it mostly on the stairs just because I think you can kind of see that and just show you as you step up, you're gonna lift the opposite leg back and up. So that way you're feeling the tightness in your tush. So just base step, when you come up, you just lift your leg back and you're squeezing all of it so tight. And then you can come back down and you step up and just, you keep doing that. And you can, obviously you can do it on the ground, but you're just not doing that step up. So you would just hold it and just go up and down. Of course, keeping those hips square because you don't want to be all getting all open and wonky and sideways. So doing the step up, I think, helps me because you can even do it, treat it almost like you were doing like an old school 80s or 90s step workout or your jazzercise or something. I'm not hating against step because I love a good step class, but I feel like that's something that you would do in like a step routine to work your booty, because you could take it up and down, but it's something you can also do on the floor, but not just kicking it up and down backwards, but also you can do a pulse. So you would pulse it, you would step up or just down, and you would just pulse your leg up and down. So that way you're feeling it all through your tush as you're keeping everything just tight and straight and those hips square, and just pulsing your leg up to really feel it in that bum and the one working cheek. And then even your standing leg, you're feeling, you know, you want to keep that squeezing as well, just to get that full booty work. I keep saying booty work, but just roll with me. So now that I've got the standing moves out of the way, I think it's time to go down to the floor before the puppy's ready to come back in, and I can show you some of the good booty moves that you can do down on the floor. Okie dokie. So one of the first moves I want to show you on the floor is the grasshopper. I'm not exactly sure why it's called the grasshopper, but we'll go with it. So it's basically, you're laying on the floor. I have my beautiful new hardwood, so I need a little mat to lay on, otherwise all my bones feel like they're gonna break. So you want to come down. What you're gonna do is you're gonna keep your heels together as you have your knees, you know, you're kind of in like a diamond shape with your legs, and your heels are together. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna lift your knees off the ground. And as you do that, that's where you're gonna feel your tush doing most of that work. So you're just gonna lift and lift. So as you're doing it, you're feeling it right in here, which is difficult, but it feels really good. So you just keep lifting those knees. Even if you only get them just a little bit, you're still working your bum and just working on, you know, lifting it and firming it and rounding it out nicely. So you can just keep pushing those heels up to the ceiling and using that booty muscles. So another fun one to do on the floor in, you know, still kind of somewhat relaxed position, at least relaxed for most of the rest of your body. You know, make sure that you've got your shoulder above your elbow, and then that you've got your legs kind of in a bent position, not straight out in front, but like a downward triangle, zigzag-ish. And so what you're gonna do is you wanna lift your knee up, but you wanna leave your heels together. So when you do that, you're feeling it's almost more in that side booty area, because, you know, And a lot of us probably have those nice little side dimples in our hips and booty area. So when you're doing that, there's also, you know, different variations of this clamshell move. Is, you know, moving it like this, but you can also lift your heels up off the ground and work at it that way to still work that side booty, but also working it a little bit different. This way is an option, doing it this way. Also, if you have a band to go around your thighs, that's a good way to add extra resistance. So that would be a really good idea. I don't have any bands yet, but I've got one on my Amazon list, so come on Christmas. Okay, so that was, you know, we've had some standing ones, we've had some we got to lie on our belly, and then a little bit on the side. So now it's when we're gonna be on all fours. I feel like in every move, there's always a variation you can take. Of course, there are modifications to make things, you know, a little bit easier as you're progressing through. But I also like when you can take one move and make it into something different, to where you feel it a little bit different, or, you know, it is a little bit more difficult, or you're like, oh, this one's easy, I got this. So with the donkey kicks, you know, there's different ways that you can position your legs. Obviously, you've got your basic one where you're just lifting that leg up. You just lift it straight up, keeping your whole core tight, keeping your shoulders over your wrist. You don't want to be over one way or the other. You don't want to be arched too much. So it's just lifting those legs, lifting it bent up and down. You can do it with a weight, where you take the weight and you just put it in that little, I don't know what you call it, or right behind the knee. Or you can take it and you add extra weight, so that can make it a little more difficult. You know, you take it, you know, you're up and down, as I did it opposite. And as you're holding it up, you can even do little pulses, because that really gets into those smaller fibers of your muscles and just really works it and, you know, tires it out. But as it's in there, you know, it's changing your muscle, and that's what changes your body. So that's one way you can use the weight in that kind of move. You can also do the donkey type kick. You can do it with a straight leg. So you can do it straight up and down, which works it also a little differently and feels different on your leg and your body as a whole. So you can do it that way. And when you're in this position, you can also do more of the like fire hydrant move. So it's going to be, you take your leg out to the side, and you can keep it bent. You know, you can take it up bent, straighten it out, bend it, and bring it back down. So that, you know, you're working your side tush, straighten it out, holding it, so you're feeling it all through here, which is like, because you're adding that extra weight into like kind of that side hip tush area, and bring it back in and then back down. So it's just continuing to work that area and just molding it and shaping it in different ways. Also another one, so back with that straight leg, I guess maybe it's called a rainbow, because you can take your foot out and you just take your leg around and over to the other side of your other leg. So you just up and around, making that rainbow type shape, which there again is working your booty in a different way. You know, the rainbow or half circle is one way, but you can also take it up and straight down, where you actually feel the difference of making that rainbow type shape or making an upside down V or an A without the line in the middle. So that's one way, like this, but you can also do it, the stairs keep getting in my way. You can also do it with a bent leg, where you take it up and over and up and back down. There's all of those different moves. And then a last move that I feel like is, I wouldn't say easy, but I always feel more relaxed, if you will, doing it, because you get to lay on the floor and you get to lay on your back. So you can't really go wrong with that. Just a bridge. And you can do it with weights, you can do it without weights, you can do it one leg, you can do it 2 legs. Okay, so you lay back, and it's just making sure your shoulder blades are right there behind you and not like out to the side. It's more your shoulders. So you keep everything back, core is tight, and you just lift through your heels. So that way you can lift your toes and you can actually feel it in your tush. So you just do that, and you can take it super slow motion and then back down. But also something I feel like that I probably should have known, but I didn't, and kind of more recently learned, is when you're doing a bridge, one thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're keeping your knees in line more with your hips. Because I've noticed that when I do a bridge, my knees want to go out, which there are different moves you can do that way, but the main focus on the bridge is your tush. And when you focus on keeping your knees closer together or in line with your hips, you actually feel it more, you feel it in your tush, you feel it in your outer thighs, and even in your inner thighs a little bit, because you're working to keep everything tight and together and centralized as you're doing this motion. And so, obviously you do it without weights, you can do it with weights. You just put them right there, right below your hip bone, and you just do the movement the same way, just holding the weights there. And do the move with one leg at a time. So that works the tush a little bit differently as well. So you can put, there are different variations where you can keep your knees closer together, which I think does make it a little more difficult, as opposed to if your leg is way up here and it feels a little bit easier. So those are just a few of my favorite booty moves, because who doesn't want a cute little booty? Everyone wants a cute booty. So I just wanted to share some of the moves that I felt like have changed mine over the last 6 months or so, and makes me feel really good about my tush. And I just hope that there are exercises that you can add into your routine, whether it's after a walk or before a run, or just something to add in that strength movement to go along with any cardio you might be doing. Or if you're looking for a different move because you feel like your body's not changing, you always need to be changing up your routine. I feel like for me, I can't do the same thing all the time. I need variation. I need to mix it up, because that's the only way that A, I'm going to stay interested, and B, that I'm actually going to notice that my body is changing, which I feel is, it's, for me, that's very exciting, because to see those results in the mirror, you're like, oh, I got muscles, and oh, I got a little ab right there, look at that ab. And when you can squeeze that tush, you're like, hey, look at that, looking good. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. And if you're still hanging out watching my video, I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that little subscribe button. And if not, at the very least, if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And I just appreciate you watching. And I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye.